Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Ring with Omenesa. This is a show where I encourage you and I remind you that you are a fighter in the ring of life, and I know that you will win. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to The Ring. Omenesa here. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope all has been well with you. A whole lot has been going on. I mean, like from COVID, we have a lot of people who are dying by suicide. We have people who are divorcing, just all kinds of issues. A lot of people are going through. But look, stay faithful, stay patient, stay optimistic, and everything will change. Now, most of you know my story. For those of you who don't, and I shouldn't even have said story. I should have said stories. I should have said stories. Listen, you are looking at a woman who has dealt with miscarriages. I have lost 8 embryos. I have been homeless. I have been evicted. I have been fired. I have been beaten, literally. I have been warned. I have been thrown out of a moving car. I have been held by armed robbers. I have been through all kinds of abuse. Look, I have been through a lot of stuff in my life. And I was competing for a pageant in September 2021 in California. And I was asked by one of my judges, where does your drive come from? Where does your passion come from? And I said, I am a fish that swims upstream. I don't swim down. I swim upstream because I want to find out what all of the fuss was about. I tried to take my own life 3 times and it didn't work. So I obviously can't get out of here, right? But the truth is that at some point in my life, I asked myself, why are we here? What am I doing here? Why am I going through so much? And I know that joy will come in the morning, and I'm waiting. I am waiting to see what the big fuss has been about. And so I want to encourage you to just hang in there and wait to see. Wait to see what all of this is about. Wait to see how it's going to end, because all you know now is how you feel. You don't know how it's going to end. We can't trust our feelings. We can't trust our emotions, but as long as we continue doing what we know to do, we know that it will take us to an expected end, and whatever that expected end is for you. Now for me, like, I'm planning on having bliss in my life, and I'm experiencing that in so many aspects of my life. But of course, like, there's like some specific things that I would want to be different. And that's what I'm encouraging you about today, is that those things that you want to be different, you wait for them to be different, because they will. Okay, our topic today is anger and triggers. Okay, being triggered by your anger. I have learned, I work in a nursing home and I work in a hospital. And it is so easy, very, very easy to be angered, very easy to be angry, very easy to be frustrated. And I have learned not to even just break my head over the small stuff. And of course, I grew. Okay, so like, I grew. I have blown up. I have cussed. I have done crazy things when I'm angry. And the older I've gotten, like where I have found myself, I am beginning to, first of all, shut up. So when you're angry, like, the first thing you do is to shut up. Just be quiet, because you don't want to hurt anybody and you don't want to hurt yourself. Oh, so how am I going to be hurting myself? Well, if you're talking too much and you're yelling and you're being belligerent and all of that, you lose your respect. You lose your dignity. And you could also hurt yourself physically. Like, there's some people who, when they are so angry, they actually go through psychosomatic symptoms. You could have your blood pressure rising. You could have a headache. You could have migraines for days. You could have panic attacks. Like, I'm prone to panic attacks and to anxiety attacks. And so if you're somebody who is prone to being affected physically when you're dealing with stuff emotionally, you want to be very, very quiet. You want to slow down. You want to take things easy at all times. So when you're angry, the first thing that you do is to shut up. Secondly, you ask yourself, why am I angry? Why are you angry? Because all of that adrenaline that's on the inside of you is really not because of what just happened. It's about things that have happened and they've been piling up and piling up and piling up. And now your whole system is ready for war. Your system is ready for attack. And that's why, like, you meet a lot of people and you wonder, why are you using a hammer to kill an ant? That's because they have had major, major issues in their lives that they haven't dealt with. They have unresolved issues. So the first thing that you should know is that when somebody is angry, and when somebody is mad, and when somebody's going all crazy, just know that it's not about you. All of that is not about you. And now if you are the person doing that, okay, then that's when you start to check yourself and you tell yourself, look, nah, something's wrong. Something here is deeper. Okay, you can't get water out of a well until you dig deep and deep and deep and deep. So you can't quench your thirst and you can't be happy. You understand? You really cannot be fully happy if you haven't dug deeper and deeper to really find out who you are. And the only way that you will find out who you are and even whose you are is to be reconciled with your past, reconciled with your wounds. Admit that you have them, first of all. Why am I yelling like this? Why are my kids running away from me? Why is my wife scared of me? Why am I scared of myself? Why am I scared of my boss? Why do I respond like this? Why do I blow up like this? There's no way that you can like blowing up the way that you blow up. There's just no way, right? There's no way. So you want to have that conversation with yourself. So that's the second thing that you do is you ask yourself, why am I angry? And then the third thing that you do is you write it down. You write down everything that is eating you up on the inside. You peel it like an onion over and over and over and just peel and peel and peel and peel till you get to the root of it. I am upset because I have always been rejected. They've always slammed the door in my face. They don't take me seriously. Nobody ever listens to me, and this is the narrative that you've carried your whole life. And then now even a 5-year-old walks out on you and you're crazy and you're angry. You're really not angry at the 5-year-old. Like, you're angry about being dismissed your whole life, basically, right? And you want to be careful with that, because even when you're not being dismissed, because you've been dismissed for so long and because you have that narrative in your head, you will assume that people are dismissing you. Then you want to soak it in. So that's the next point. You want to soak in all of that information. So now you've told yourself the truth. Now you want to soak it in. Now you want to be like, okay, so this really, really happened and this is really, really what I'm going through. Of course, now you have to apologize to people for blowing up, And then lastly, you go for therapy. You depend on the Holy Spirit, definitely, but you also go for therapy. You go talk to somebody. You talk to a counselor. Go for therapy. God bless you. Bye-bye.